Okay. Hey guys, this is Jaime Martinez. I'm the circuit administrator, and this is Kim Boer, the color guard vice president for TCGC. We are here at Rouse High School doing the TCGC Symposium. Great turnout, learning a lot of stuff, and Kim's going to kind of go over some things that we've learned today. And then we're going to talk about some things as we head into the season coming up, I know faster than we are ready for. So I'm going to go give it to Kim. She's going to talk just a couple of things that were bullet points from today.
Hi guys, so we've had a great training today with Shirley Doherty from WGI. Some of the things that stuck out for me as a director and instructor were really just the judge is not here to fix your show. So often we hear comments on tapes about what's not working, and then we go to critique and we're like, well, why not? Or what do you want to see? And it's really not their job to fix our show. And for me, like, I think I need to remember that more often. It's not their job. So what their job is going to be to rank, rate, and comment on your program. Get those guards in the right ranking and create some commentary for you on your show. This is a 4-step process for them. We do have a lot of information that was given out today that I'd be happy to go over or share with you at some point if you would like. These judges are going to be comparing the what and the how, and that's going to be regardless of the time of the season. So whether it's early season and you have only a little portion of your show, or whether it's late season, it's all out there, or any time in between, they're always going to be adjudicating your program on the what and the how. So
And what do
that's
we hear?
a good thing to keep in mind.
The judges process doesn't change, no
Right.
matter if it's the beginning of the season or the end of the season. It should be the same, and that's what we're gonna.
Yeah, that was a big thing that Shirley reminded us of, that regardless of the time of the season. The commentary may change. Of course, the score is going to change throughout the season, but regardless, that's what's going to be happening throughout there. As far as commentary, the judges are going to be watching and then they're going to summarize for you. So I think so often we forget or we get nervous or anxious, like if a judge is just watching and not saying anything. We're like, why aren't they talking? They should be talking. But they're really taking in your program, and then they should be summarizing what they have just taken in. And then they'll move on. And sometimes we're like, they're not talking. They should be talking. Why aren't they talking? Or then when they do, it's like, well, they missed that. So they're going to be kind of not talking more than you think. And that was actually good for me to remember as well. These were just some things that Shirley went over. Really, for the instructors today, the judges are also here and they're learning a lot today as we go through this day also. But those are some good things for me to remember as a director, and hopefully you too.
Yeah. So Kim, I wanted Kim to kind of talk about, as a seasoned instructor, what are some things you're doing right now with your guard to get ready for the season?
Definitely training. I think we're all doing that. Training for sure. You know, everybody is in various places as far as like where they're at as far as putting their program together. Some are doing staging and filling things in. Some are more focusing on training. Some people have a lot, some people have a little, and that's okay. So you're just kind of at your own, working at your own pace right now. But for me personally, I'm working on a lot of training, movement, equipment training, and technique, which I hope to then put into the program.
So should I be freaking out if I don't have have even picked my show yet or anything?
Like me. um, well, you should make sure you're preparing for sure. But again, everybody's process is going to be different. So some people have been planning their shows and they have known since the summer what they were going to do and what they were going to spin and what it was going to look like and what the costumes were. And other people are still early in that design process, and that's okay. So I think that's important to remember. Like, you're all on your own path, each of us. So don't freak out, don't panic. Just figure out what your path is, make a plan, and stick to it. And it's okay that where you're at with your guard is not where I'm at with my guard, and where you're at with your guard at this point in the season and early season. Everybody's on their own different path. This is a long, a long road ahead of us here.
Right, and just like we talked about with the judges and comments, somebody might come out with a full show at the first contest, and you might come out with 2 minutes and maybe no costume, maybe no flags, and but the but the commentary, the judges, what they're using is going to stay the same.
Right.
So as long as you do your job and you're progressing throughout the season, you're going to get credit once you're done.
Sure.
You might not get the same credit that somebody that has a full show at the first contest, but the goal is that you're going to progress and you're going to get better and hopefully reach your goals, whatever those are.
Sure.
So anything else you can think of going forward into the seasons? We think the season has started, but it really hasn't yet, right? Anything you can think of any pointers? Um,
Well, again, I think as we get closer to that first contest, like don't go into panic mode. Just stick to your plan, stick to your training, finish your shows, get your ideas out there. Don't let things completely like derail you. Something doesn't work out. So give it some time, stick to your plan. I always kind of tell myself like blinders on, like down your path.
yeah,
Don't get derailed by this or that or other people.
yeah.
Like I know that happens too. We come out and then me personally, I freak out because everybody in my class has costumes, flags, floor props, and maybe I don't. But it's important to just stick to your plan and get your show out there the way that you want it out there
We
along the
did
way.
say that there are the judges aren't there to fix your show, but there is an opportunity for you to get that if you want to go to field day.
Absolutely.
Field day is a great opportunity to talk with some clinicians, the judges community, to go through your show, even if you have 2 minutes. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Sure. I do talk about this usually like at the meetings that we have. But in case you haven't um, heard this spiel before, like Field Day is an awesome event, and I really highly encourage you to bring your team. We all get so nervous. It's like the show's not done. I don't have costumes. I don't have flags. I don't have this. I don't have that. It doesn't matter. So Field Day is a great event that we host every year, and I really encourage you to come, regardless of what class your guard's in and how much you have done. So I'm going to use my own team and field day experiences from over the years. So I have gone several times. One time, literally, I had 30 seconds of my show. We went in practice clothes with practice flags and a practice floor. But the cool thing is, my kids got a chance to do what they had. There's a clinician who comes down onto the floor and talks to your kids, so your kids get a lot from it. And my kids always loved feedback from like it's a judge, and they always have great things to say, usually talking about performance and encouragement and things like that. But you as a director and instructor then get a chance to talk to that panel, which is a great panel, by the way. So you can use that time accordingly. Like usually what I would do would be like, okay, well, this is the floor and this is the
This is my
costume.
plans.
And, so what do you think? And they're like, oh, okay, well, and then even if I haven't ordered the flags or I haven't, and they're like, they can give me advice. Like they think it's going to work, they think it's not going to work. Or I can talk to them about what's coming up in the show, or we can show them. We've even seen guards will do like whatever portion they have done, and then maybe they have their flag statement and they want to present that for the judges to see. So you can, and then some guards will have a lot more, and they will have their props and they will have their floor and costumes and all that, and that's great. And then the judges can see more. So the time is up to you. So you get a chunk of time, and you can really do what you want with that time. But it's great to get your kids out in front of an audience, get those nerves out, get that early season stuff worked out. Someone talks to them, and then it's really, really, really beneficial as a director. And your staff can be there too to talk to judges. You get some immediate feedback, and then usually you'll do another run. So the judges, like you've talked to the judge, and maybe they point out something to you, and you're like, oh, I need to look at that. And then you get to that point, and they're like, see that right there, and you're like, oh, maybe you didn't see that before or something. So it's really beneficial, but people freak out because it's so early, and I don't want you to do that because it's really not about that. Like the judges are there, they're getting practice making their commentary, but you get a lot of good dialogue with them. And the contest, you go through it like a contest, like a flow and warm up and everything. So it's a great event. I've always had a great experience. My kids have always had a really positive experience. So I really encourage you, if you can, to give Field Day a try.
Yeah, and if you can't take your unit, even maybe you as an individual could go and watch, and you get your jitters out as a director, see what other people are doing, and say, okay, I'm on the right track, or okay, maybe I need to do this, or look at this as I develop my show. I know, when we've taken guards in the past, even we have the opportunity to change things, like Kim was saying, and we could do that. And maybe you have your show done, but there are some things you can adjust, or just how do you get your point across better? Sometimes if you're completely done. Okay, so January 19th is Field Day at College Park in the Woodlands. So if you want to go to that, please sign up on Competition Suite. Coming up, so we do have our season coming up. On the 15th, the plan is to release the area and state registration. So if you should be all planning on going to area. And so you'll be able to register for area on that day, and we'll have more information with that. I'll do a video on how to register, as well as you have to put in your director's information and upload your music and things like that, getting ready for the season. I know a lot of people have been asking about the Scholastic eligibility form. We'll have that, and I'll have information on how to upload that or where to upload that, because you'll be able to do that on Competition Suite as well. So just hang tight. We're all getting our shows done, and we're getting the circuit up and going. We just met with our new West Side staff, which will, if you haven't met, Jessica Mendez is the new West Side contest director, and she has a great staff with her. And I'll be posting more about them. The staff will be at Field Day also, getting ready for their first shows on the 26th. And we're starting to get going. I know there's a lot of questions about scholarship forms and eligibility forms, it's all coming. It's early. It's early for us. We're still into it. I know once marching season's over, it's like, let's go. And so we're excited for it. And today was a great jumping off day for the judges and for, I think, just the circuit in general, to get started thinking about what we're going to be doing and how we can help you be more successful. So anything else you can think of? Any other?
No. We're here for you, so you can email Jaime with, like, I don't know, administrative type questions.
Any questions? I'll send it to the right people if I don't ask.
Office at texascolorguardcircuit.org. Color Guard questions can come to me, colorguard at texascolorguardcircuit.org. Or Steven's not here, but bother him with some emails. Oh. It got dark in here. Wait, what if I move? Maybe it's motion sensor. Motion censored lights.
Okay. I think we're done. And we'll see you guys soon, yeah, after the break. Thanks.
Bye.